So basically this is going to be a rant.
Please note that I made this video for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please always speak to a healthcare provider about your unique needs. There's a trigger warning here as well. We will be talking about disordered eating and eating disorders. If that is you, please feel free to skip. This video is broken up into 3 parts: the Inconsistencies in Alivia's video, and then specific perpetuated diet culture myths, and then diet culture myths in general to be aware of. Thank you, and please enjoy.
Hi Friendos! Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. The plants are so excited. So I brought my little triceratops up. Yes, I am this weird actually. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. On my channel, we do lots of workouts, talk about health, fitness. I'm a list maker. There's a few other lists that I've made, and those will be in the right here. Get used to this. So if you want to check out those, please feel free. So today's top 10 is going to be a little bit different. I just finished watching a video that somehow popped up on my feed. Don't ask me how, because I'm not the demographic. I thought, oh, okay, interesting. Glow up diaries. How cool. What does glow up mean? Yeah, I'm not. Guys, I think it's obvious that I'm no spring chicken. I just want to know what the kids are thinking and feeling these days. Alivia, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing the last name, but I watched it and I got so passionate, I started shaking with frustration and anger. How I lost 32 pounds of fat, and fat is capitalized, and 10 inches off my waist. Glow Up Diaries Season 2, Episode 2. First of all, to call it glow up and then to be talking only predominantly about your weight, perpetuating the whole diet culture. So she focuses so much on binge eating throughout the entirety of season 1, and that is very serious. And if you have BED, binge eating disorder, then you need to go and seek a professional to advise you, not go to a certified personal trainer. They're not going to solve the problem. Season 1 is all about her binge eating and having that as a focus. And then now we've got this other video, but it's featuring no healthcare professional, no dietitian. It's featuring a certified personal trainer who trains celebrities. Celebrities, guys. I'm sorry, like I don't know how to spell it out, but that's that body image from a celebrity, that person who works out for a living to do like Marvel videos. Yeah, okay, celebrities have lovely bodies, but this is not how we go about solving for, you know, an eating disorder or disordered eating. What is the difference between an eating disorder and disordered eating? The level of obsession around an eating disorder, thoughts and behaviors can distinguish disordered eating from an eating disorder. Well, if you've been following along with her Glow Up Diaries, and now she's clarified that she has disordered eating, but not an eating disorder. But if you're a viewer and you have an eating disorder, you've been watching this whole time, and now she brings on a certified personal trainer who's going to be basically feeding you a nutrition program and his training paradigms, and she puts herself on there and she's lost all this weight, and you think of that as like the gold standard. The problem was not clearly stated, okay? So we don't have a clear solution, and the solution that was presented was for a different problem. This is not how you solve for disordered eating or for an eating disorder. Listen, I have nothing against Alivia. I think that she's a sweetheart. So the reason why I got so turned up, is that the way that you use that phrase? I don't know. So many mistruths and untruths that are shared in this video. A trainer who isn't a dietitian, but he's trained many celebrities, so that somehow may mean he is very, very good.
Would you take health tips from this guy? I tell you, great stock footage. So in the last 20 or so minutes of Olivia's video, Steve is chatting with the camera about a myriad of things, most of which are myths, sadly. They're presented as facts and as the holy grail of health. Steve has zero credentials to advise on this. He is not a healthcare professional, nor is he a registered dietitian. The methods he recommends are archaic, lack scientific backing, and against overall body positivity and are just harmful.
Maybe he means well. So basically this is gonna be a rant. So right off the bat, there's a few falsehoods. Sugar is bad. That's one thing that popped off. I was like, sugar's not bad. That's so...
I just want to pause here for a second because this is such a big focus in Olivia's video. She uses the term food addiction, which is associated with obsession of sugar. Studies show that sugar releases opioids and dopamine, which may indicate addictive potential, but they also show that to be inconclusive and that eating in general releases the same chemicals. In other words, sugar does not have the same heightened neural hijacking tendencies like, say, cocaine.
Big myth. You need to eat at certain times. It's another thing that he perpetuates in his program. Muscle confusion, which is something that I had bought into from P90X ages ago, and it's just, sorry, it's debunked. And then there's also the idea that we're conflating healthy with thin and lean. So if you're thin and lean, then you're healthy. No, insulin spikes, when really it's eating too many calories or you're in a caloric deficit. I just think it's incredible that we're not fact checking, that we're not like being more careful with the information that we're sharing. We need to have better standards. We need to debunk these myths. They're not going to help you, they're going to hurt you. And you're not going to have a healthy relationship with food. You're going to have an unhealthy relationship with food. You're going to hate it, but also be obsessed with it. It's going to become your obsession, and that's not what we want, right? You're also going to have a weird relationship with working out. And that's also not what we want. It's all about balance. I mean, God, okay, whatever. Anyway, so I had maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago come up with a list of things that really, really bug me about diet culture and how you may be accidentally falling into the trap of diet culture without even knowing it, without like, it's a subconscious bias that you have in your brain. I want anyone who happens upon this video, all 15 people of my family who watch and subscribe to this channel and support me, and thank you, by the way, but I want you to know that these things aren't healthy for you. They're just toxic. The top 10 things that are perpetuated by this video that is very harmful and detrimental. Cheat meals. I just think that develops such an unhealthy relationship with food because you restrict yourself for a week, 2 weeks, a month to have one of these really unhealthy meals. The whole time you'll be thinking, oh, it's okay because tomorrow I'm not going to be eating any of these things. But that's just basically putting your emotions onto food. You're making food the evil thing when it's always about balance, the use of food rules. So when you eat bullshit, and that's something that Steve Zim says in his video with Alivia, when you eat, it's like, I'm sorry, it's what you eat that really matters. There's no such thing as clean food, and there's no such thing as guilt-free food. All food is guilt-free unless you stole it. Carbs are not bad, okay? Carbs are good, your body needs carbs. Carbohydrates are your body's main source of energy, okay? They help fuel your brain, your kidneys, your heart muscles, your central nervous system, and for instance, a carbohydrate that aids in digestion, it helps you feel full and keeps blood cholesterol levels in check. You need carbs. Carbs are not bad. Don't cut carbs out, guys. You need to have them. Apples are carbs. So go eat an apple. That sugar is bad. No, it isn't. Balance is necessary. Sugar is not bad. Eating a lot of it in a small setting or every single day, yeah, that's gonna hurt your body. We're conflating size with health. That's not healthy. To conflate size with health is not healthy. That people, without even thinking that because a person is thin, they're like, automatically that person is healthy. When it couldn't be farther from the truth sometimes. And people tend to think if you're thin, the doors will open for you. When that, I mean, here's the problem is that they they do, and that's not good, okay? And thin privilege is created by a world that is based upon accommodating thin people and seeing thin bodies as more deserving than fat bodies, and that's just so toxic. It puts us in that us versus them type of mentality, and we're all people. And that's one thing that really frustrated me too about Olivia's film, in that she just constantly put herself down for the way that she looked. And listen, she was in a tough place, and I think that she's very brave for sharing, moments like that. I don't think I will be sharing moments like that of me crying. It's so messy. She's a pretty crier. I'm not a pretty crier, okay? I get all red, warachi, my neck turns all purple. It's bad, okay? I think that she's very brave for sharing those things, but she also perpetuates that stereotype that fat is unworthy. You should cut down on fats and have a low-fat diet. No, please don't do that. Don't do that. Like with carbs, you need to have healthy fats in your diet. Healthy fats provide energy, they support cell growth, they protect your organs, they keep your body warm. Essential fatty acids are necessary for the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, and E, and K, and help with hormone production. If you eliminate fat altogether, meals and snacks will lack satiety, flavor, and texture. You need fat. So unrealistic. First of all, I work until 6 p.m. Okay, great. So I'm just gonna skip dinner and then that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Obese to Beast put it really well. Fitness happens in the gym, weight loss happens in the kitchen. That's the other thing that he says. Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about this. That's the other thing that's in the video. Sorry. You have to work out to lose weight. He doesn't specifically say that. He implies it. Going to the gym is great. I mean, it saved me mentally. I loved it. I'm not gonna go and join a gym now because of what's happening in our world, and then also just because of what's perpetuated in some gyms. But it's not true that you need to work out to lose weight. That's not true. Celebrities have the best body. While Steve Zim is talking, why were celebrities' bodies overlaid on the other side of the video when he was talking about the perfect?
That is an unfortunate pause. In Olivia's video, Steve chats with viewers about using specific exercises to make your body symmetrical. Scientist Alan Lightman says that humans crave symmetry, and studies have shown that humans prefer symmetry and deem it more attractive. I myself prefer it as well and think of it as perfection. In reality, human bodies are not symmetrical and they are not perfect, and there's beauty in the asymmetry of it all.
Why? And not only that, why were they all like thin and lean? Hey, don't get me wrong, like they were all beautiful women. They're all the perpetuated idea of what the media presents as beautiful. So we get this idea while Steve Zim is talking about perfect bodies, that if we want to have perfect bodies, we gotta look like them. But guess they have millions of dollars, guys. They can afford to do all that kind of stuff. They can afford to have Steve Zim. And also, let's not forget that it's their job. If there are some roles that require them to have like 6-packs, then guess what? Their job is to work out every day. The nutrition that Steve Zim has these celebrities on, they're not happy with it. They're eating freaking chicken and rice, maybe some broccoli. And that's not living. What kind of life is that? God, you need to eat. You need to eat. You shouldn't not eat. You will die if you don't. And let's just face it, cookies are good. Apples are also good. Finding a balance is what's best, okay? Diet culture perpetuates things like supplements and all this. Diet culture loves frills. Just take it back to the basic. You want to poop more? Great. Guess what? You can do that by drinking more water. You can do that by making sure you stretch more. You can do that by making sure that you're having enough greens and roughage. You do not have to have a detox tea. Have a detox tea if you want to. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying it's not the answer to all your problems. Also, BCAAs I just apologized to the door. Words, BCAAs, there's no science that says, oh yeah, this thing is gonna be really good for you and make your workouts super great and make you basically like Captain Marvel. Supplements are your decision. You do not have to take them. Consistency, nutrition, and balance. I just hate that we didn't talk about the basics here and we went straight to the frills in Alivia's video. I dislike how it appeared to be an ad for the most part, and I dislike how we were led to believe that she had an eating disorder. She clarified later to have a disordered eating, and yet in this video it's not once mentioned. It's like season 1 didn't even happen. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna keep doing my little workouts. I'm gonna keep sharing my thoughts and my lists with you. What I want you to take away from this video, if anything, is that you are beautiful. Maybe you feel like you aren't the image of what you would like to be right now. Regardless of that, hear me and hear me loudly. You are beautiful and you are worthy. You don't have to go on crazy ass diets. You don't have to cut sugar out. You don't have to cut carbs out. You don't have to cut fat out. You don't have to take crazy ass supplements. You don't have to eat at certain times during the day. You don't have to have a cheat meal. You don't have to do any of that. Diet culture has created it to make money. It perpetuates, and it's feeding off of that insecurity that we all think and feel, and we all want quick fixes. No quick fix to anything, and there's no instant gratification when it comes to a fitness journey. There isn't. This is your life. You're never gonna get a do-over here. That's the other thing that really frustrates me about this. It's like he's talking to people. These are people he's talking to. I just want to close with a quote from this book. It's called Good Food, Bad Diet, The Habits You Need to Ditch, Diet Culture. Lose weight and fix your relationship with food forever. Sorry, Eleanor is also passionate. It's a book by Abby Langer. She says, life is short and you need to grab it by the balls and swing it around every day. Doing that means nourishing and caring for yourself physically and emotionally. It doesn't involve dieting and being miserable about food or shitty rules about burning fat and not eating gluten because it's toxic. It means rejecting diets and that game of tug of war with your body. It means setting yourself free and living in the present. That's worth everything, and it is. Be in the present. Say no to these diet culture myths, and if you're accidentally falling into them, now you know. That's it for today's video, and I truly appreciate you stopping by. I hope that some of this made any sense. I hope that some of it hit home. I hope that I made someone smile. I hope that I made someone feel warm inside, and I hope that I made someone, you know, I guess angry at Steve Zim. No, I'm just kidding. Please make sure to leave a like. Please make sure to comment, and please make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell too, so that you never miss another video with the plants and I. All right, everybody. Have a very cool day.